Broadcasting live from Halifax, Nova Scotia, this is the Wrestlecentre Podcast.
Hey guys, Dave Boyce here from Wrestlecentre. This is the Wrestlecentre Podcast. As always, I am joined by Justin and Paul.
Almost screwed up.
I gotta write that down right now.
I think I need a sticker there too.
Every time somebody breaks kayfabe on this podcast, you at home take a shot.
I need a guy.
Whether that's a shot of Jack's, a shot of apple juice, it doesn't matter. It's just going to make the next 30 to 40 minutes that much more enjoyable for you.
I need a cue card guy standing in front of me with just words, Paul. How you doing, guys?
Pretty good.
Man, how you doing?
Good. We are fresh off the big show last Friday night, November the 21st. It was at Exhibition Park. It was a huge success, I think. What, do you guys concur?
For sure. Yeah, definitely. It was the difference in venue. Let's go back to the forum. I think we are.
I think we are.
But it was good.
Yeah, we dressed it up pretty. It looked nice with the curtains and the blue chair or the chairs and with the gold. But it was cold.
Yeah.
The sound wasn't the greatest because of the size of the venue.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought the show went off without a hitch.
Everyone seemed to be having a good time, so that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah. We can quickly go over it in a second without, of course, giving any results away because you have to tune into Voltage on Bell Community 1 to see exactly what happened. But before we get to the show, I just want to quickly mention our Facebook group page today had quite a little conversation on the go. Brody Steele was discussing AJ Styles breaking Yoshi Tatsu's neck with a style clash and was pretty well calling out AJ Styles. And a few people commented. Brody commented back. Your guys' comments?
Nope.
Not happening. Moving on.
I thought I could get you. I too will refrain from mentioning or my opinion or we'll leave it at that. If you fans want to see what I'm talking about, go to facebook.com/groups/WrestleCentre and check that out and all the other great stuff that's on our page.
Are we on Instagram yet, Dave?
What's that?
Are we on Instagram yet?
We are never going to go on Instagram, apparently. I heard that the other day, that Twitter and Facebook is about as far as we get. Are you on Instagram? You want to plug Instagram or anything?
No, not at all. I do want to plug, though, that there is somebody still at the Halifax Rainmen organization who is a big Wrestlecentre fan because at the last game, they tweeted out about Matt Boland. So this seems to be a trend that's going to be continuing. Who knows? Maybe next time it'll be Shane Stevens, could be Dylan Sharp. But the next game is November 29th. That's this Saturday, 7 p.m., Scotiabank Center. It's Mayor Savage's End Hunger Game. So come out and watch that. Watch the Twitter. Maybe there'll be a Wrestlecentre shout-out. I don't know who this mysterious tweeter is, but they must be super attractive. That's all I can really say.
Gee. It must be Justin.
Must be Justin.
Check out Justin PC87. Justin PC87. I'll plug mine on Instagram. Everyone add me.
Oh, I thought that was your Twitter, because your Twitter is Metal...
Your Metal Messiah. You are Metal Messiah.
All right. Well, I'll quickly plug mine. Mine's easy. Dave Boyce. So every day, Boyce in the world.
Mine has my
I got it.
I can't plug it.
The show Friday night, the T-shirts that we sold out. That's a good sign.
Nice.
James Carr in XXL sold out. Most sizes sold out. Dylan Sharp sold a few shirts. I heard him say he was pretty excited about that.
Still gotta buy mine. I haven't forgotten, Dylan. I swore on the last podcast, and I did not buy a shirt at the last show.
He called you out on that too.
I knew. Yeah, he did. He called me right out on that. My New Year's resolution.
The day of the show, I want to quickly mention that too. The ring doesn't magically appear. It's a lot of hard work. Kudos to you two. You guys do the majority of it. Just want to let fans know that. 8 a.m. you guys, your day began, and I'm sure we left there at midnight.
midnight.
Yeah.
So kudos to you two.
Thank you. It's not all me and Sean. Obviously, we got people that come there and they help us set up as well. Got the rest of the students that if they can arrive, they help out. Wrestlers jump in too, and it's not us saying that we took the whole day to figure out this show, because every wrestler's had to do it. Every wrestler has to when they start off, and once you finally get to a certain point, you don't have to do it anymore. And I want to get to that point at some point.
But it's a long day. It's a very long day. I mean, I was
It was a
in and
long
out
day.
all day. I helped a little bit with the ring, but I don't know anything about it. I lifted some wood. That's pretty good. And then I went and I became your guys' catering business and veggies and. But it's a long day. It's a long day.
Appreciate that.
And then after we had all the chairs out, I don't know if anybody noticed the twist ties on the chairs. The backstory to that is, of course, we had all the chairs out, and then in comes some guy from Exhibition Park and says you have to twist tie all the chairs together because the fire marshal demands it. It's law.
So
Yeah.
we had to zip tie the front of the legs together and the back of the legs together. And I remember I got about 2 rows or 3 rows done, and Jason asked me to go do something else. And I was like, "Yep," and I just I was not having any part of that.
So if anyone's wondering why you were twist tied to your next door neighbor, you can blame the fire marshal. On with the show. The show opened up. Again, we can't go about what happened exactly and who won and who lost because you have to tune in the voltage. But first match, just in a nutshell, it was Marcus Burke defending his belt against Shane Stevens. I thought it was a great match. Can't wait to watch it on Voltage.
I'm gonna say this about a couple things, about a couple moments in the show. If you weren't there, you missed out. And just seeing it on TV is gonna be nice, but you have to come to the next show. And that's not me just trying to get ticket sales or anything like that. You have to go to these shows. If you haven't been there, you're missing out, because that match was awesome, and the ending was impressive.
Some of the moves were awesome in the match.
Yeah.
And again, to your point too, Justin, a lot of things don't make it on Voltage, so you have to be there live to see the whole show, the whole package it's very well done. And Paul, what were you gonna say?
I think we lost.
What a shock.
That's the most beautiful pose I've ever seen.
We will wait to see if Paul actually.
I'm back.
It's going to be funny because it's going to actually say his name underneath the blue box. Ignore that, everyone. That's just his alias.
He's back. I can hear him. I can't see him, though.
I'm trying. Struggling. There we go.
There he is.
Where are we at?
We were just talking about the first match and how well it was and the moves in it. And a couple of fans on Facebook were saying Marcus Burke should be in one of the big feds. He's that good.
No disagreeing here.
Ring of Honor maybe for 2015?
Maybe. We had a little in-ring segment, the debut of Big Daddy Koopa. I'm a fan already. My wife, not so much.
I made a segment of my wife. Make a note on that.
What's that?
And the note's just that he needs to come back because he was insanely over with the crowd. And it was cool to see. So hopefully see him back in a Wrestlecentre ring for 2015.
I agree.
I heard he might bring in some ladies with him next time.
Oh, so good.
I bet they're hot.
We've been severely missing that since the one that cannot be named left.
Oh, yes. Who? He, of course, faced Tommy Starr. Good match.
It's a good match. 2 big boys going at it. Yeah, for sure. It was solid.
We went
on.
As
good as a Tommy Starr match can get, you know. I think Cooper did his part, but he's in there against Starr, so it's as good as it's going to get. Tommy back to do this ever, right? That's fine.
Yeah, sure. Lincoln Steen came back to Wrestlecentre. Steen!
I got notes on this one too.
Huge
it's not
fan.
spoiling anything, but Rick Doyle did my favorite move in pro wrestling during this match, and he does a back rake. and I marked out so hard when he did it. So that match is worth it for the back rake alone. I love the back rake. It was Hogan's finisher in WCW NWO Revenge. It's sweet. It was. Go back and play that game. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
So Lincolnstein, of course, faced Rick Doyle, as you said.
My boy.
Physical match, and of course, a few extra things happen after the match. We can't get into, but what's that?
Not commenting on that.
No, we can't comment on that. I wish we could because, well, let's just say one of the three of us were involved. Watch Voltage. It's awesome. Huge match. Dylan Sharp took on Jackson Fury.
My boy. If you weren't at the show, you missed Jackson Fury getting his first ever streamer. And I really hope that gets picked up for Voltage because I almost cried. Because Jackson Fury is such a good dude. I was so happy. That's all I can say about the match.
I'll comment. It was interesting to see Dylan face somebody his size.
Yeah.
So for once, like not putting anything against Dylan, but when he's facing bigger guys, there's certain moves that he can't do, and I wouldn't be able to pick up Lincoln Steen or Brody Steele or anything like that. So it's when you're facing someone that's your size, there's a lot more you can put out there, and there's moves that I've seen him do that I've never seen him do. So it was really nice to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
but it was a solid match.
Yeah, there was some really great high flying moves in that match. Dylan came off the top there. It was good. Greaser James Carr and Double XL. There was a little bit of drama with that match, the old switcheroo. At the end of it, though, they did hook up, and very entertaining. And without giving away anything in the match, let's just say that their T-shirts got involved that were for sale that night. It was pretty funny. I liked it.
There's a lot that got involved in that match and that whole segment. Like what they went through in that match was unbelievable, and the ending, once again, I'm not big on cheap plugs, but you have to watch the show or come to the shows because every show there's always been at least one holy shit moment.
The match had the oh my god moment of the night for sure.
Easily.
Yeah. There is a video of it floating around online, so if you search hard enough, you'll see it. But James Carr walked out of that match not the same man.
Well, the messed up thing was, like, I'm sitting down doing the music, and we've got the paramedics and stuff there, and they're like, I think the main guy comes over and he's like, so if someone gets injured in the ring, do we go out there and get them, or do they come back? And I said, well, if it's serious enough and they can't move, we'll send you out there. But if they can walk back on their own power, let them do that and then check them out back here. And he's like, okay. I was like, I don't suspect we're gonna need you though. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
We needed him.
And Justin swears for the first time.
Yay! $5 to charity of choice.
It's funny. I was backstage too when I saw them. I think they were from St. John Ambulance. There's like three of them, and I don't recall seeing paramedics and stuff at the forum, but I'm sure they were there. I just didn't see them. But I seen these guys, and I thought, God, we hope to God we would never have to use them. And then lo and behold, we did. Awesome match. The ending was first. Double XL is so over with the fans.
He's another one of the guys that he doesn't have to do anything. He comes out and he doesn't have to do anything to the crowd. The crowd absolutely loves him.
Best
you can't put him over enough. He doesn't, and like I said, yeah, best music too.
My wife said my toes were tapping in the ring when I was introducing him. So
I seen him talking to you when he was up on the top rope and during his entrance. He's pointing at you, trying to get you to laugh.
Well, he climbed the ring and he looked down. My wife, my daughter, and her boyfriend. It was their first show and they're hooked. By the way, they can't wait to come back, and he's going to go tell all his friends at high school. So that's good. But Steve climbed the ropes, looked down at them, and told them I love Cage. That's what he told him. So whoever that is.
Whoever that
Whoever-
mysterious man is.
And my daughter said, "Who's Cage?" And my wife had to explain. So he's an asshole. That's who he is.
I like him.
Next match was the big tag team match. Heel factions. Matt Bullen and the IFWA Heavyweight Champion Christopher Daniels. They took on Mr. Energy, Julian Young, and Riddick Stone. Love tag team matches.
Need more of
there
them.
needs to be more.
Real quick, just on Matt Bullen, he cut a promo earlier on the show, and I don't know if we're going for a PG rating, but he threw that one out the window with his promo, and it was awesome. But
Yeah.
I just kind of sat there and I was like, oh man, Bell and the censors are just on the button, hitting that beep.
Yeah.
Keep going, Matt. Keep going.
I love his promo. He doesn't hold back. He goes right for it. Love
Yeah.
it.
We'll also have the beep when he called Riddick Stone by his real name.
It happened, and I turn around and look at Paul and just like, well, that's gonna get edited.
Yeah.
You see people in the crowd like mouthing like Riddick's real name. They're like, huh?
Huh? I was sitting by Madison Miles, and she was like, "Did he just call?" I was like, "Yeah, he did."
Yeah. Fine, don't worry about it.
Quite possibly one of the most over people of the night, Dean Fisk, with his grunting.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Dean Fisk. I loved it.
He's your Jackson Fury, really.
I love Dean Fisk. He faced Nick Diggs. Excellent little match. It wasn't long, but it was a good match. And again, Dean. I think the fans grew to love Dean Fisk.
Yeah.
Who knew?
It's Fisk, though. It's not Fist, right?
Fisk with a K.
Fisk. Okay.
No.
And last but not least, the big main event. Bobby Roode returned to Halifax to his adoring fans. He got the streamers of the night, I'm sure. He was coated in them. He had the TNA World Heavyweight Championship with him, which I got to hold for, well, how long was the match? Half hour? 40 minutes?
20 minutes.
Yeah. He faced Titus. It was an awesome main event. Could be match of the year. I can't.
Well.
It was good.
It was really good, but I think everyone knows what's
even match of the night.
Match of the
night? Yes.
No, it wasn't. Jackson Fury, Dylan Sharp, match of the night. Okay, just because Jackson Fury was in. Anyways, I'm done. I'm done with the Jackson references. All right, what's next?
I can't really just go on about the main event because there was a huge angle the beginning of the show that affected the. Bobby Roode returned.
Let's just say, though, we can give a little bit of a spoiler if you weren't there. For those of you that saw Survivor Series that same weekend, Sting may not have only appeared in a WWE ring over the course of those 3 days. Maybe he was a Wrestlecentre show at the end. Maybe he wasn't. You'll have to watch Voltage. Who knows?
Working out that ring rust.
Yeah.
and then the makeup came off, and it was Justin. It was a good show. It was fun. Last show of the year, of course. I think we're doing a end of year special on Voltage, just like a year in review, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But we are also going to do a year review, but we're going to go one step bigger, and we're going to actually have some awards to announce for you fans to vote on, and then win. A week, 2 weeks.
Let's give him a week, and what we'll do is we'll go on the Wrestlecentre page and create each category and let them vote that way.
We could, or because that if you do it that way, they'll see who's winning. But if we do it like via email, they can just email their choices, and then we can surprise, this is who won.
Email or Facebook message.
Yeah. Okay, we could do that.
Yeah. So
they could Facebook message any three of us. We're all on the page, right? We're all
no,
fans.
not just you. Not just you.
Thanks. Well, we'll work that out at the end of the show. By the way, we get really good compliments about our first podcast, our first video podcast. So
Yeah, there's a couple fans.
Stevens didn't show up. He said he felt
he
good.
was a tired fellow. He was up until 5. He was up since 5:30 that day.
He was training hard for that match with Marcus Burke, man. He was a tired boy by the end of the night.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, he was.
So how this works, we'll say the topic or name of the award, or I guess that's what you call it. We'll give you the 5 nominees. If you guys feel like adding someone, you can do that, but we have 5 nominees for each one, I think, most of them. But we'll, it's open to discussion. Fair?
Yeah.
Fair.
Cool. We'll save the big ones till last, so we'll go. We'll start with feud of the year, boys.
Oh, you want our opinions on this?
Well,
Dave
I can name off a couple. Brody Steele versus Wild Man Gary Williams. That whole, retirement.
I thoroughly enjoyed that just because of a few of the casualties along the way.
Double XL and Greaser for sure.
Double XL and James Carr. Feud of the year. The whole JP Sims and heel faction drama.
JP Sims versus the heel faction should be one, and JP Sims versus the heel section should be the second one. That should be up there for feud of the year.
Feud of the year. The fans versus JP Sims.
Yeah.
Tyler versus Dylan Sharp.
Yeah.
A lot of it takes place backstage on Voltage, but everyone's been watching.
It's still a feud.
I agree.
Get them to bring together.
I would pay money to see Tyler in a ring. I don't care who he faces. Me.
Yes.
Riddick Stone versus Kilgrave.
Yeah. That went on for a bit.
Yep. So feud of the year, Brody and Williams, Sims versus heel faction, Tyler versus Sharp, Riddick Stone versus Kilgrave, Double XL versus James Carr. Those are 5?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. The oh my god moment of the year. We could sit here all night and talk about these. We just had one Friday night, but of course we can't add that to the list because it hasn't aired yet on Voltage. But AJ Styles appearing at Wrestlecentre at the end of the Lance Storm Christopher Daniels match.
Yes, easily. You see, I'll bring it up again. You see that guy with the blonde hair, like in the crowd in the front row, just freaking out. Like, yeah.
The formation of heel faction.
Easy, yeah.
No one's seen it coming.
No, definitely not.
During the ladder match, Marcus Burke sends Julian Young through off the ladder through the table.
Did he? It hasn't aired on Voltage yet. I don't know if that
right. Or did he?
Tune in next week. Same Voltage time. Same Voltage channel.
Everyone's waiting for that match to air, and it still hasn't aired.
Yeah.
It is. Everyone's waiting for that.
Tommy Star hitting the Tommy Bomb on Colt Cabana should be definitely up there.
The what? Sorry?
Yeah.
Tommy Star hitting the Tommy Bomb on Colt Cabana.
Yeah, for sure.
That caught me off guard. Solidified Tommy being a dick in my eyes.
And this podcast is brought to you by Ninja Turtle Bed Sheets, apparently. Our proud sponsors.
Yeah, it's good to see he still has the mentality of a 8-year-old.
That sheet is as old as me, and every episode I'm gonna have something different hanging up there, and I'm just gonna find the stupidest stuff just to piss off Paul.
Perfect. Brody Steele turning on Gary Williams during his retirement ceremony.
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
Yeah. JP Sims being stripped of his IFWA Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, shucks.
It was an oh my god moment, though, because he didn't really get pinned for it.
No, it was definitely.
Yeah.
It was definitely a cheap way to get him, for him to take the title away, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
The debut of Lincoln Steen.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. No, oh shit, that wasn't aired either.
Yeah. No, that.
But everyone knows he's there.
It's already been promoted on the. It's already been promoted on the posters.
That's right.
And the.
So we're safe.
Page. Everyone knows he's there.
We're safe. There are
not that one guy in like Manitoba that watches Voltage every week or bi-week. Steve, we're thinking about you out there in Winnipeg, buddy.
Funniest moment of the year. We're going to actually leave that one open for the fans because everyone has a different sense of humor. I think the three of us pretty well agree on one, which was Colt Cabana emptying James Carr's pockets.
Yeah.
And
whose fault was it that Colt got the jacket? Was it me? Was it the rest of the trainees?
I don't know.
Did we try it? I don't.
Everyone has a different sense of humor. So, funniest moment of the year, you guys submit yours, and we'll just go over all of them and have a good laugh.
Yeah.
Fan favorite of the year. Your nominees. Double XL.
Easy. Yeah, Double XL.
Julian Young.
Julian Young.
JP Sims. Woo! Justin, JP Sims.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I included him in it is because we've had 7 shows this year, and it's safe to say that half the shows he was the fan favorite. Now, something happened along the lines, but I wouldn't call him a heel or a bad guy. I would still consider him a fan favorite.
Yeah, I'd put him in the fan favorite.
Just the vocal fans don't like him.
You didn't hear JP versus heel section.
Shane Stevens.
Yeah.
The Red Dragon, or HRM. Scotia Strong Style.
Yeah, I like that too.
Man of 1,000 names.
Lincoln Steen. Hugely popular.
Steen Nation.
Perfect.
Did you see him backstage last show?
Yep. With the Zumba pants and the
Zumba pants and the fanny pack. Old school.
I think we're all old enough to remember the year 1999. There was a movie that came out called Loser with Jason Biggs. Does anybody remember this?
No.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. The main song for that was I'm a Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus.
I know the song.
They haven't done anything since then. I'm pretty sure we could get Lincoln Steen to commission Wheatus to do Steenage Dirtbag, and that could be his new theme song. Just a thought.
I was getting contact
sure they
with
were
them.
pretty cheap too.
My wife calls them Richard Simmons. We should have a whole segment of just what my wife says, because it's some of the stuff she says. Anyway, so yeah, Double XL, Julian Young, JP Sims, Shane Stevens, Lincoln Steen, all good choices. Jackson Fury. Well,
Jackson
Fury is aligned with Matt Bullen.
Jackson Fury is a good man put in bad situations. He is the everyman. All right, moving on.
Dylan Sharp.
Dylan Sharp.
Throw Riddick Stone in there too if you want to.
Yeah. There's lots of choices. Like I said, we're giving you a little guidance, but feel free to add and vote for whoever you want. We just said fan favorites, so now we got to flip it over to the bad guys, the villains of Wrestlecentre. Top of the list, Brody Steele,
Marcus Burke.
Well, I love James Carr. To me, James Carr would be a fan favorite, but he's a dastardly fella. So James Carr. I guess you could add Tommy Starr along with him, although
you could. Paul does not like Tommy whatsoever.
Do not care for him.
We could say heel faction as a whole, or you could dissect it. Tyler, Christopher Daniels, Matt Bullen, Titus. Badasses.
Yeah.
So let's get to the big three. Um, International Wrestler of the Year, which is just the guys that we bring in. Christopher Daniels. We brought in six. So let's just name them all. Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, Colt Cabana, Lance Storm, Michael Elgin, and Petey Williams. Take it away, boys. Who do you like?
What about Friday's show?
What about Curry Man?
Bobby Roode.
Curry Man, as Paul just
Curry
said.
Man.
Yeah, that was I thoroughly enjoyed that. Curry Man versus Marcus Burke was a
That could be another match of the year.
that was a fun one. That
was also the debut that night of Brad from Live 105. Can we add him to the villain of the year?
Yeah. You know what? I've been really harsh on Tommy Starr all show. I hate Brad. Yeah.
I like Brad. He's a good kid.
Yeah,
I love him. The fans, not so much.
He looks like an out of shape Nick Diggs.
We can make him his stunt double, like another company doing.
Yes. Hot gimmick for 2015. I love it.
So anyway, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, Colt Cabana, Lance Storm, Michael Elgin, Petey Williams. Christopher Daniels has been here numerous times now because he's our champion. AJ Styles has been here a few times. Colt Cabana was supposed to be here a couple times. The fire at the airport.
You don't want to fight Tommy Starr, apparently.
Tommy Starr let that on fire. Lance Storm, which is by far my favorite, only because he tweeted so much about the show when he was involved.
He loves the Twitter machine.
He was awesome promoting the show. Actually, Bobby Roode was too. Bobby Roode tweeted a lot.
Yeah.
So there's your choices. Wrestler of the Year. There could be all kinds, but
put the whole roster there.
You could.
Let's be honest. Wrestlecenter has to be one of the stacked promotions, like the stacked rosters in Canada.
I agree.
Like easily in North America, you put all those guys together, and one person always makes the other person step up more. And there's always like every match has an amazing moment. There's I put everybody on that list and then just let the fans decide.
Yeah, I agree. Paul?
Sounds great. Leave it up to the Wrestlecentre galaxy to decide. If you need instructions on how to vote, I'm sure one of us can offer that. We don't have an app yet, but
we're working on it.
Sure.
We'll work on an app. Oh man, Voltage would be so much better if we had an app for a network to plug. Oh my god.
Instead of that
commentary would be so easy.
The Voltage link that we have to put on our Facebook page is like
New Year's resolution, shorter link on Voltage.
New link. I agree. So Wrestler of the Year, you fans decide, send in your name. We'll let you know who won. Maybe we'll do who got top 3 maybe. But there's too many to name for us to sit here and name 5. Impossible.
No.
Match of the Year. This is the big one. So, I have a few written down. We can add.
Yep.
Titus versus JP Sims that just aired on Voltage.
It was a really good match.
It was a good match.
Great commentary too.
Great.
Yeah, really good commentary.
During the tournament, Double XL versus Marcus Burke.
They had the crowd in the palm of their hands. Literally, they could have done anything, and the crowd ate it up.
Yeah.
That was ring psychology 101 for anyone that really wants to know it. Like that right there is ring psychology 101, what they did there. So that's definitely on the top of my list anyways.
Yeah. And let me just say, this isn't my list. We chatted before we started the show. So we were just brainstorming some matches, and these are the ones we came up with in no order. AJ Styles versus JP Sims, and AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels. 2 top contenders.
Christopher Daniels and Lance Storm.
Yeah. I love the whole ending with AJ versus JP and the whole
Yeah.
AJ won. We can talk about this match because it aired. So AJ won the title, but he didn't. And back and forth. So it was cool.
we were at that match, or we're at that show in the crowd as fans, and I remember just like grabbing on all like multiple times, like what is going on? Like
It's just a large fella, so it's wasn't pleasant.
Well, the highlight for me, because I got to announce AJ Styles as a new new champion, so that was kind of cool. My first gig announcing. I was announcing AJ Styles won the championship. So, I mentioned a tag team match that happened a few shows ago. Nick Diggs and Double XL versus Tommy Star and James Carr. I loved that match. It was so entertaining. A lot of funny spots in it. Great ending. So that's, to me, one of my favorite matches of the year.
So that aired, right? So we can talk about that.
That did air.
Okay, right. Double suicide dive.
Yeah.
Like that should probably be thrown in the oh my god moment too.
Yeah, that's true. Double XL, a lot of the stuff he does is, I don't know how he does it. Am I forgetting a match? Let me see. Oh yes, we had a ladder match. Marcus Burke.
How could we ever forget the ladder match?
Marcus Burke versus Julian Young for the title at the end of the tournament. So that's another match of the year candidate.
Yeah. And that's where Julian really solidified himself with the fans too.
Yeah,
in my opinion. Like the fans always liked him, but at the end of this, the fans knew there was nothing, to scoff at with Julian Young. Definitely proved himself to the fans in that match for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it again on Voltage because it hasn't aired yet, and every 2 weeks Voltage comes on. I quickly look to see if the ladder match is on, and it's not. And it's coming. It should just be one whole episode.
Mm-hmm. It's long enough to be one.
Is Paul frozen? He is.
Yeah, he's frozen again. He always freezes in the cutest poses.
He's kind of cute. Hey, look at him.
Jerk.
So that's it. That's our list. We did have one more.
I can't hear you guys, but
is he back?
I don't know. He should leave that room and go in the living room.
I can. My girlfriend's watching Gilmore Girls.
This seems to be a running theme at the end of our show. We just hear you and not see you. Oh,
I'm not complaining.
And there he goes. We had one more thing that we were going to say for you guys to vote on, and a good friend of Wrestlecentre, he came. He was in the ring one evening. Ron Hutchinson, I believe, trained you guys as well for a couple days when he was in Halifax.
We did a seminar. We did a seminar with him.
Yeah, super nice guy. A good friend of Wrestlecentre, and we are going. Sorry?
He still messages me to this day. Like he messaged me like last week, just asked me how I was, everything like that. One of the genuinely nicest guys in wrestling for sure.
And when he was here, his goal was to help you guys. And so with that said, you guys, the fans, can vote the Ron Hutchinson Award for Most Improved Wrestler of the Year. We thought that'd be kind of cool. Put a little award with his name on it, and you guys vote and let us know who you think. Most Improved 2014. That's it. That's all my notes.
You and your notes. You love those things.
Yeah,
I have some on my phone, but they're all about the show. So
this is every show's ring announcer knows from show one. I also do stats. There's someone that is. Oh yeah. There's 2 undefeated wrestlers, and there's also a wrestler who is 0-8. But I will not talk about that right now.
Who's undefeated?
Who's undefeated?
Yeah.
I know one.
Who?
Suave.
Yeah, it's Burke.
Suave?
Or did he lose the first show?
He lost 3 matches.
Oh yeah, Curry Man.
Curry Man?
Yeah.
That's not fair. You said one.
He also lost
by count out.
Lost count out. Yep.
Oh no, he didn't. They've never wrestled.
Who?
He someone he's never wrestled. Kayfabe. If you're counting, that's like 5 shots that you have to take it home for breaking kayfabe on this podcast.
The number one contender for the IFWA Heavyweight Championship, Riddick Stone, is 7-0.
Holy.
Well, there you go.
That's right. Yeah.
That okay then.
Brody Steele's also undefeated. He hasn't wrestled as much. He's 4-0.
Who's that?
Brody.
Oh,
There are a few,
Much like the mystery of the chicken wings, still needs to be solved.
Who ate those chicken wings?
Oh,
didn't
I'm
air
so
yet.
happy that's over.
Or is it?
Or is it?
I'm telling you, Brad backstage is a hoot.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brad.
And he wants to be on
Brad.
he wants to be on the podcast sometime, so we'll have to.
Well, I didn't want to bring it up, but I'm going to because we talked about guest stars on podcasts. But Dave Lowe,
Yes,
at some point, we need to get on here because I like Dave Lowe.
Dave, the head referee at Wrestlecentre.
Senior official.
Senior
Mhm.
official.
Senior official of Wrestlecentre.
Well,
But, yeah, I think we should definitely get Brad on. Maybe we can get a better connection for Paul though. Just keeps dropping in and out.
I'm in the guest room today. If there's ever a time that we schedule this podcast or my girlfriend is not watching Gilmore Girls in the living room, then I will be able to occupy the living room. But I can't, be like, sweetie, my friends and I need to do a wrestling podcast. I need to use the room with the best connectivity. Doesn't fly.
you should have added her as a guest, and then she'd be all for it. Has
You're
she
right.
gone to a show?
No. She watches Total Divas with me, and that's as far as I can get.
She watches it with you, or do you watch Total Divas with her?
No, she watches
No.
it with me.
So you're
she
a Total Divas fan.
Yeah.
I'm an Eva Marie guy, talent and looks.
My wife wants to be Diva.
Talent.
And looks.
Okay, if we're gonna go talent and looks, Paige.
Now that Oksana is gone.
Speaking of Paige, did you guys watch the documentary about her? It's on YouTube. I watched it last night. There's an hour-long documentary called
I have it. I don't forget.
The Family of Wrestling, and it follows Paige's family over in England or wherever she's from before she became famous, and showed her getting her contract, and it was really well done. Her family
marry her.
YouTube is a great resource for a shit ton of like old wrestling documentaries. And there are a few sites where you can rip some of the videos from YouTube.
Yeah.
Pretty easy, so you can have them at your leisure to watch. But yeah, good call. Check that out.
Yeah, it's really good. Do you guys have the network?
Yes.
You do. Very good.
Yeah, Paul, who got you the network, huh?
Well, I pay for it, so in a way I did. You set me up.
Get it.
But I watched 3 matches of Survivor Series. I stopped after the Ambrose Wyatt match, and then I went to bed. Sting showed up 13 years too late for an invasion angle, so that was kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see where they go with this.
I'm guessing Sting and Triple H.
I'm curious to know why, and I think that's all I can ask. It was a big surprise, but will it make sense?
I want Sting and Taker, obviously, but that's just for nostalgia purposes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a barn burner by any means, but it's just nostalgia at that point.
Yeah.
Well, getting back to Wrestlecentre for a quick second, we'll end this. 2015 is coming towards us pretty fast. Your guys' wish list, who would you like to see in 2015 at Wrestlecentre?
Like realistically, or just if we could bring in anybody?
Realistically, because who's out there not signed with TNA or WWE or Ring of Honor, but even Ring of Honor, they could probably come, I guess.
I don't know. I think maybe
there's a lot of free agents out there now floating around.
Yeah, it's hard to say from a business standpoint who would bring in the fans. I mean, Alberto Del Rio or El Patron or you're gonna bring in the fans?
No. I wanted to say something.
Go ahead.
We're not in class. Who?
Joey Ryan and Candice from PWG.
The world's cutest tag team. They're Pro Wrestling Guerrilla Tag Team champions. Both very good. But yeah, I mean, as a fan, I'd want to see it. But as a promoter, What's the name that's going to bring in the most eyes and get it on your product? It's yeah, I don't know. They've brought in a lot of big names in 2014, so it'll be hard to kind of match that. Del Rio's out there.
Kurt Angle.
Well, I heard he might have
signed.
Yeah, might have signed with TNA. Adam Cole, maybe, former Ring of Honor world champion. How many people really are going to, how many extra people are going to come to a show for Adam Cole up here in Halifax? I don't know. If I'm talking as a fan, Brian Myers. I'd like to see the former Kurt Hawkins. If you haven't seen his YouTube series, Making Towns, 3 episodes in, pretty good. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the board of directors do, who they bring up.
If I could bring in anybody, and I wish that we had done it before he got signed with the top company, Prince Devitt, which is now known as Finn Balor. If we could have brought him in, and that's just as a fan point of view right there. That's just me. I would have marked it a little bit there, but
yeah.
His entrances were always really good.
There was a fan in the audience the other day. I just overheard them. They were saying they wish we would have Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudleys, come to Wrestlecentre. I think fans are craving tag team.
Young Bucks.
A tag team division in Wrestlecentre.
Young Bucks.
Someone on Facebook the other day said Double XL and James Carr would be a great tag team, and we could call them what was it? Greasy Wang.
That was probably chant of the night. If you know if you were there live at Exhibition Park on November 21st.
With that said, fans, you can vote for all those categories, I guess, by messaging me. You two are bailing out on me. So
if they message,
say my real name.
Yeah,
I can't say my name.
If they message, they can message me and you, but then we count multiple votes for the same person if they message both.
Anybody that messages me, I'm just gonna tell Dave that they voted for Jackson Fury. That's the reality
for everything.
So what you're saying is we cannot trust you.
Absolutely.
Match of the year, Jackson Fury.
Yeah.
I love Jackson Fury. All right, find me on the Facebook page. I'm not hard to find because I'm the one posting most of the stuff on it. So click my name, message me with your votes, and we'll get together in a week.
Yeah, a week or two.
It's getting near Christmas, so we should do it
earlier. I'd say the week.
Yeah. Sure. So we'll give you guys a week. So next Wednesday?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Next Wednesday, fans. So send your messages to, what am I on Facebook? Dave or David? David Boyce. Go to Facebook /groups/Facebook. You'll find my name. Click.
It's not even a real address.
I always promote the group page. We have a Facebook page, and then we have the group page. The group page is where all the fans are talking, and Brody Steele is calling out AJ Styles, and
where I see Chris Cass posting about Star Wang boxer shorts that I instantly want for Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I know the page.
So we have 2 Facebook pages, but I'm on the group.
Yeah. So Paul, let's schedule your girlfriend's Gilmore time around our podcast this time.
Man, Gilmore Girls time happens when it happens. You don't.
She's gonna slap me for that. I know she will.
Yeah. Probably.
With that said, I'm Dave Boyce. I'm here with Paul and Justin, and we'll see you 1 week from tonight when we announce the winners of our made-up awards. Thanks for watching.
Wow, that one.
And don't forget to comment on our podcast because we like the feedback. So good or bad, let us know. And we are out.
Yeah.